How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? Hopefully everybody's having a good day. Get everything going there. Alright, looks like everything is good to go. We are making some light switch covers today. Well, we're doing part of making light switch covers today. I need to put some plants into some molds. But, hello, welcome. Looks like we have a new channel member. That's very exciting. Thank you, Laughing Squirrel. I think you're like my second, third ever channel member, so that's exciting for me. But let's get some stuff going. I figured I would kind of show you what I've got going on here, what I've got so far, and then give you kind of a rundown of what the plan is for today, what I still need to get done. I'm actually almost done with these. We're gonna do the plants for the last 3 of the light switch covers today. That's the goal. Because I've got some single plates and I've got some double plates. I've got one more single plate, one more double plate, and a triple plate that we want to get done today. This is the sort of thing that we're doing. We're going to be putting the plants in. We're not going to be doing the background color. Ooh, there we go. Oh, I found it for a second there. Never likes to, come on, it never likes to focus where I want it to focus. There we go. Ooh, it's thinking. It's trying to figure out the autofocus, alright. But yeah, so we're not doing the background color, we're just doing the plants. But I do have the background color, so that's kind of the... I want to figure out flowers that are going to look good with the background colors. The background colors that we've got going on are... Oof. We've got a nice, like, light green for our single plate. I ended up a little bit wonky. There we go. For our green, oh, what's going on here? YouTube does not, gives me so many errors. Alright. I went and changed some stream settings again. It was being mad at me last time as well. So I went and changed things to some of the settings that it said I should change them to, and it's still not happy. As long as you guys can see and hear me, that's the important thing. You guys, okay, yeah, good, there's sound. Just had to double check that for a second. Alright. So, I was given, so this is a commission that I'm working on. When I was given the commission, there was a few colors that the person, like, the person picked out the colors. They requested specific colors for either singles or double plates and things. But some of them I was given free rein to choose which colors went with which. So, which is why, since we did green on this one, we're going to do a different green on a single plate. I figured we'd split up the greens a bit. Those greens look so similar. No, like... They look so much more similar than I thought. This one's definitely lighter, though. And also why we're going to be doing kind of this, it's called rose gold. It's not really, it's more of a coppery tone. But that's why I'm doing that as a double, since I have this copper tone one as a single switch. The one that's going to be the triple plate is going to be a mix of some colors. It's going to be, I think, mainly this gold tone, and then I'm going to do some swirls of the interference gold and the white. That's the plan there, but it's going to be mostly the gold. And I'll scoot these a little bit so that you can see what colors I'm planning to do. So this is the plan. So something I ran into with this green one is that my leaves are green. So I need to find some way to get, because we want a lot of leaves and things, to get leaves in here that are not going to just completely blend in with this green. Let me set these off to the side real quick. Get them out of the way. I can just set them here. What is it here? But let's see what we've got in way of leaves and greenery and see what might work with this green as a background. I do want to film making these just because I try to film. Oh, you know, the darker green leaves might actually work with this. Oh, this one might actually stand out pretty nice. I think we can go for the darker leaves. The lighter ones might not stand out quite as much. On this green, so like pink might be nice, like a pale pink. Just a little bit of pink in there. They're opposite on the color wheel, so they'd be kind of pretty maybe. But yes, I do want to film. Ooh, the orange might be. I don't know if the person likes orange though. But orange could be cool with the green background. Or purple. I mean, any of these is going to look good with the green background probably. Or I could do white. That might be cool. Do some different white ones with the green background. Got some options there. I'm just glad that these are going to work. What was I going to say? Oh yes, I want to film these. I try to film commissions. Just so you know, I have my camera here. I'm going to try and set things up in such a way that I don't completely block your guys' vision while I'm trying to film. Alright. Oh, purple would be pretty with the gold though, wouldn't it? Ooh, purple and gold would be pretty. I like purple and gold. And lots of different greens, I think. So I think that's my plan for that one. Let's do purple with all the golds. And then for our kind of coppery one here, our rose gold. What do we want to do for that? What colors would look good with that? I mean, I think greens are like all the greenery would be nice. We do lots of different greenery, but I want to throw some flowers in there. Blue, the blue might be pretty. Like the pale blue might be kind of pretty with that color. I kind of like that. So maybe purpley tones for our gold one, more blue tones with our lots of leaves in our coppery one, and then we've got our dark green, and then maybe orange or red. Red I think might feel a little Christmassy is my concern there. But I feel like something kind of contrasty might be nice. Honestly, I think the orange would be pretty, but I don't know if the person likes orange or not. But some of these like dark orange ones could be kind of cool. I don't know. Or pink. I could see going pink there as well. But blue tones for the copper. Purple tones for the gold. I'm just going to set these here so I remember. I'm not 100% sure on the light green. I mean, we could just go super green too. Like I could do some of the green flowers that I have here. Like the really light ones. Like these ones. They might be kind of fun and funky a little bit. I don't know if it'd be too funky. It might be weird. Just making sure things are running. Looks like it. Yeah? Yes? Okay. Again, it's still giving me an error message on there, so who knows? Alright. I think I'm least sure on this one, so maybe we start with one of these other ones. Maybe we start with the big one. Should we start with the big one? Get going on that. I'm thinking we're going to do a lot of the greenery on that. And different leaves and things. So let me set some things up. We do have these as well. Got a few more plants in here. So we could do some yellow. We could do yellow with the green too, or something like that. But I think I did some yellow with the other greens. All right. So let me get things set up so I can film. But let's set these off to the side for now. So figure out how we're setting things up here. Ooh, those would be pretty with the purple as well. Like I said, I'm going to try and set things up so that we can film and also you guys can see. That's the goal here. Let me just see. Oh, I mean, that's in shot, but here, let me... That is the balancing act, isn't it? And that kind of blocks you guys a bit. Let me... Maybe I go like... Oh, there we go. That's a good angle. Now everybody can see. I like that. You guys can see. The camera can see. Alright. And on all of these, we're kind of making things go up from like the bottom. We've done some messing around with different configurations. And that seems to be the crowd favorite, as it were. Is like the kind of growing up from the bottom of the light switch cover. So we're going to continue with that on here. And we're going to add a lot of greenery. All the plants, all the different plants and the greenery. I do have to figure out how I'm fitting things in here though. That is the tricky part. I mean, that's kind of cool. Maybe if I trim a couple things. There we go. We can do that. Go. Alright, there's our first one in there. Excellent. But yeah, let's get some different greenery and things going. I want to get a lot of different like textures of greenery, I think. And then we'll add, ooh, you know what might be pretty? I see a flower in here that I think would be really pretty. That's a drawing thing. I think this one would be really pretty. With the gold in the background. Wouldn't that be... Is that going to be too close, do you think, in the tone? I think it might be really pretty with the gold background, but it might be too dark. We could go for lighter. Ooh, that's got a little bit of yellow in it, too. That might be pretty. Maybe this one. Let's grab one of these leaves at the very least. Maybe like that. Maybe right in there. I mean, I could do both as well. I mean, I also have giant purple, but I think that's a little bit too giant. I also have like a light purple. That seems a little bit too light as well. I think the purple will be pretty. Let's do the purple. Alright. Put these back. Let's grab some more greenery. Because I want all the plants. I want all the leaves and plants. I might even open up some of these ones that I haven't opened up before. But I might as well look at some of these that I have already opened. No use opening the other ones if I don't need them. Do that. this one's pretty. I like, when it comes to like greenery and things, I like having a lot of different textures. I mean, this is the same with my resin stuff too. Like when I make like glitter-filled dice, I tend to try and have lots of different shapes and colors and textures of glitter. You know, it'll be a mix of like little, very fine glitter and some foil and all sorts of different things, just because I think it's fun and pretty that way. We could go purple here. Maybe we just do like 2 flowers and everything else is greenery in here. That might be kind of cool. And have like a bunch of things like growing up and stuff here. So that'll be kind of behind the flowers. Like you gotta remember that this is the back of the this is the back of the thing. This is the side that we're not going to actually see. So it's just figuring out how to place things in here so that they feel natural to a certain extent. And also just have like a good shape to them, a good flow. That's the goal. We go there. Ooh, look at this leaf. That one's cool. It feels like it's a very similar color to some of these other ones, though. I might add another one of these dark, kind of tealy toned leaves. Or I might find a leaf over here that's like a different sort of tone. See how there's like some different shades? We could do like one of these like yellowy ones. I'm gonna grab one more of these, I think. I mean, I have some little bits. I could add some little bits if I wanted to. I mean, this works too. I can add some little bits of the tealy toned one. Might as well. So when I was showing off the finished ones, they're not really finished. When I was showing off the other ones that I've made so far before, I do want to bring up the fact that some of them look like they have like holes in them. There's some spots because of how I'm making these with the I'm putting the flowers down first and then I am pouring resin over the top of them. It's very easy for air to get trapped underneath everything, and so I end up with some air trapped underneath, and that creates bubbles, which doesn't look the best, which is unfortunate, but I do have plans to fill those in. So it's not going to stay that way. I do have plans. I'm going to fix those. How do I want to put this in? Right here. Right here, right here. Yeah, I feel like it's not a bad background for this guy. Just a little bit in the background. Alright. And then let's find something to put in the middle here a bit. Maybe like a 4-leaf clover or something. Something that's a little bit like bigger leaves. I feel like bigger leaves would be good. It doesn't even have to be a 4-leaf clover. I think there's some other clovers here. Like one of these guys. Do that. Do I have one that doesn't have a big stem? These all have stems. Well, that's okay. I think I might pick up that stem a bit. I want it there without the big stem. Let's do that. I'll add something here. I've got kind of like these, which are kind of weirdly like fluffy almost. I'm gonna zoom this in a little bit. It's kind of like weirdly like fluffy looking. So maybe we could put a little bit of that in there. Okay. Maybe add a little bit of this back behind here too. I feel like layers add some interestingness to it as well. And here we go. Here's a little thing of leaves. There we go. I think that one looks nice. I think it'll be pretty. I think that'll be pretty. We've got everything in there. I'm gonna turn that off while we put things away a little bit and get set up for the next one. But I think that's gonna be good for that one. Put my colors back in my little cup. I missed my little cup. Alright, there we go. We've got that for our gold tones. This might be a short stream. I guess we'll see. I feel like a lot of my streams end up being kind of long simply because I have so many like colors of resin that I need to get set up for and mix. But we're literally just pouring clear resin today, so we'll see if this goes super quick. It could. Alright, next up, let's do our double. So that's going to be this one, and I'm thinking some of these bluey purple tones with it. I think that might be pretty. And I do think that we could still do some of these kind of like dark tealy leaves. I do like these kind of dark tealy ones, along with other leaves as well, but mostly probably darker ones, just because I think they'll show up better. Yeah, I think that one could be pretty too. All right. Okay. Ready for the next one? As always, I mean, I don't always do. I mean, should I hold off on this one? I feel like I only have one other thing that doesn't have the dark green. I could go for lighter green. Like, I feel like that would look pretty, but I could also do... Wait, actually. Could I fit this whole thing in here? I might be able to fit this whole lighter toned one in here. If I get things lined up just right. Hey! That one's kind of cool. I kind of like that. Yeah, let's use that for sure. Alright, I did say I wanted to do the purple tones though. And I think that this one right here will be cool. Alright. I just think it has a lot of cool shape to it. Go here, and it's kind of our, this is like our coppery tone. I mean, it'd be good to get some slightly different color in here, I think, when it comes to the greens. But I'm avoiding the that dark tealy green, that just because I have so many with that color in it. So what we got here. There's a couple of 4-leaf clovers in here. Like, I think this would be a little bit too orangey. Well, actually, that might be okay. That might not blend in too much. But I was thinking one of these. Yeah, I think that'd be pretty. Like, I don't know, like, I don't know how I want this. Maybe I try adding a flower and then putting this behind it. Oh, this is a cool. This one's got a lot of That one's very solid. All right, let me try adding a flower and then maybe putting that behind it, because that'll help separate things a bit. But let's see what we've got for flowers, because I'm thinking some purple. Da-da-da. Oops. Zoom out real quick. Little tiny one. I don't think these ones do too well in resin, but we'll try them anyways. Because I tried doing one with these, and I think it was pretty, but this discolored a lot. But it might be okay. We'll try it. We'll see what happens. I can always remake these if we don't like how it turns out. So I had a second one here. That's the next one. How do I want this? Maybe I do one of these like kind of whitish purple ones. Where do I want to do it though? That's the question. Maybe kind of angle things up so they're kind of coming up this way a bit. I think that seems good. Put that there. I mean, something like some greenery or something right here. Put this in here. That might be too much though. I don't know if that's too even. I feel like asymmetry, there's something to be said about asymmetry. Got some white flowers. I could put these right here actually. Da, da, da. A few little tiny flowers we could throw in there. Ooh, maybe one of these. Okay. I mean, I can throw it here. It kind of fills in the space. Yeah, you know, this is the one that I was gonna do. I was gonna do so much greenery. I mean, there's a lot of greenery here, but I guess over here is where it's going. Wait, which side do I want? Maybe the other side. I feel like that's not bad. It's kind of nice. We could maybe use a little bit more down in the bottom here to fill it in just a little bit. But I think I can do that with just a little bit of this guy. More of this guy, which is more of basically the original thing that I put in. We'll do that. Yeah, I think that'll be good. That'll be pretty. Kind of a coppery background. All right, last one is here is the green one, the green single plate, and I'm not sure. I'm not sure on this one. Not sure on what color to do. So that's this one. And I am going to do, I think, some of the darker green. Oh man, it'd be nice if oh, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to bonk you. It'd be nice if there's people here and I could run a poll or something. This is the last one. The last one. Okay, let's see here. So we'll do some dark green. I mean, I could go for like, no, I don't know. It's such a like a vibrant green. I don't want to go like super neutral or anything. What colors do we want? What colors do we want? I am kind of tempted to just make it super green and do all green things. Do green flowers. These ones might be a little bit too close. But these like lime sort of ones I think would pop. I don't know if that would feel weird though. Do like really dark green leaves and then like a couple of, let's just do it, right? Let's just try it, see if we like it. If we don't, then we don't have to do it. All right, I think that's our plan. My plan is to literally just do like this and these two light green flowers. Like we might just keep it like super simple on this one. Maybe add some other greenery, but I don't even know that we'll do that. I think we're gonna go simple, simple, simple. Actually, I have some really light green, like baby loose breath almost, too. That might also be good. It's almost kind of yellow. I'm liking this plan more and more. I don't know why, it feels right for some reason. Just doing all the greens, but I'm vibing with it. The nice thing about this project is that if I make something and the person doesn't like it, it's fine. I can just sell these. Other people will buy the light switch covers probably, or I can put them up in my house. I've got light switches in my house. I wouldn't mind putting them up there. I think these are fun. So it's like a win-win. Even like there's no one loses. I'm a-okay if the person wants repours, because this means that I end up making more of these, and I think these are pretty cool. I just like flung that up into my hair. I also just accidentally moved a flower over. And then maybe one more sprig of like actually maybe move this up a little bit further. No, maybe there. I'm thinking maybe like one more little sprig of the dark green to add some to this side a little bit more. See what I got here. Thinking like maybe we go up here more. Just kind of like that. Or I could go put another piece up behind like this light green too. See how it feels. I'll go a little bit higher over here. Kind of like that. Does that feel completely... I think that's not bad. I don't mind that. Yeah, I feel like that kind of works. I like it. I think I like it. I think I like that. And sometimes I should just not mess with things more. You will see that in the video that I'm releasing on Thursday. If you're a member, you can watch that video early now. Speaking of futzing with things for so long that, and then, I've gotten a lot better at that. I feel like as a kid, let's get this and turn that off. I've gotten better about not messing with things that are already good. Does that make sense? Like, I'm better at knowing when to stop when it comes to art projects. All right, I think those are our 3 thingamajiggers. Let me set my plants off to the side. I will say I do also have this guy sitting over here, which is just leaves in a outlet cover. This is not for the commission necessarily, but we can pour extra resin in here. I was figuring if we have extra clear resin, we'll pour it there. Let me get. Oops, I forgot about my orange and my red ones over here. Let's put those away. So let's get everything put away, just so these are out of the way, and we can actually pour some resin. So, I might put these on the things I'm going to use to put them into the pressure pot, just to make sure everything's going to sit well. Because we've got that one and this one. Those kind of sit on there, and then we'll do a couple of these. I think at this point I have few enough colors that I don't need to put the colors in here to remind me what goes with what. So that's good. With some of the other ones, I was putting my little test chips next to the individual molds, just so that I can remember which colors went with which. Plus, I'm only doing 3, so I'm not too worried about that. So, cool. I think we're good. We've got plans for putting things into the pressure pot if I need. If I do have a bunch of leftover clear and I want to put this one into, I'll just grab another one. I have another one of these. We can do another layer. Why is there so much cat hair in these molds all of a sudden? Always cat hair. Okay. So I think the plan from here is we're ready to mix up some resin. I'm not adding any colors or anything to the resin. It's just going to be clear. So that should be pretty simple. This, because there's some cat hair and things on the little wooden pieces, which is maybe why there was suddenly cat hair in my molds. There's at least one of the ones I've already made that has some cat hair in it. Luckily, I feel like it's not too noticeable with where it is. There's so much stuff going on in these two that it's hard to notice, but still, I'd rather not give my your complimentary cat hair with every purchase if I can avoid it. Not everyone needs complimentary cat hair. Okay. They're just so staticky too, the silicone molds are. Alright, I think we're good. I think we are ready to mix up some resin. So, I'm gonna get a little bit muffled because I am going to put on a respirator. Let me grab my safety equipment real quick. Where's my respirator? Oh, where's my respirator? Did I bring it in? My respirator is upstairs because I took it with me to a place because I needed to use it for something. I'm gonna be right back. I'll be right back. I gotta go find my respirator real quick. I think I know where it is. Here, I'll turn the music up a little bit. You guys can enjoy some tunes. There you guys. Hopefully you can hear that. You can enjoy some tunes while I'm gone. I'll be right back. Got it. Found it. It was indeed in a bag on the kitchen table. Yeah, so I went over and helped my parents paint their house this week, which is hence the respirator. Cause I didn't actually end up using it. We were painting the outside of the house, so we weren't super worried about it. I mean, we still ended up breathing and probably far too much paint. I still am finding paint. I still have paint in my hair. It's so much paint. Also my legs are like completely bruised because I ended up being the one that went up on the super tall ladder, and just from I think it's just from bracing myself on the ladder, the whole front of my shin is bruised. All right, let's get the. Oh, let me turn the music down again. Doesn't seem like the music's very loud. I have it very quiet for me too. I'm gonna be a little bit muffled. I'm going to sound like this for the rest of the stream. So I may turn off the music if it's distracting or makes it difficult to understand me. If anyone pipes in with that, just let me know. But I'm going to get some resin poured. We're going to get some resin mixed up so we can get these things made. I am going to go quiet for a second here while I attempt to measure things, because measuring / pouring and trying to think about other things at the same time does not go well for me. It's like I can't walk and chew gum. So give me a moment. I will be right back. Feel free to chat amongst yourselves, listen to some tunes. I'll be back in a second. I might need to get some more resin soon. Might need to try a new type of resin soon. We'll see. And if we have extra resin, I'll make some dice or something. But these take more resin than I think. They always do. It's close. Alright. One more little drop. And then it'll go good. Alright. There's the resin. And now for the hardener. Because I'm making the full 100 milliliters that I usually make for things. I'm trying to figure out at the moment. So I have a family member that decided they wanted to try lathing pens. One second here. Oh my god. So I have a family member who decided they wanted to try lathing pens, and they're doing like wood, and things like that. And if you don't know what lathing is, there's also videos about it on YouTube, but it's one of those things that spins, and then you take like a bit to it, and it will carve something so that it's round. But you can make pens and vases and all sorts of things with it. But he decided he wanted to try his hand at making some pens. And so I made a resin blank, because it gave me a one of the blanks, and then I made a mold of it. And I made a resin blank to try lathing. And it worked well. It was like great. And so I made another one, and it didn't work at all. It just like completely crumbled. And I'm not sure why. It was the same kind of resin. I don't know if I had a slightly different balance of hardener versus resin, or if the humidity was different, or if the temperature was different while it was curing. I really don't know what was what caused it. Could be, I used different pigments. Could be that. I don't know. I did get some. I have a few other kinds of resin that I should use them up. Maybe I'll just try them and see if any of them seem to work better for that. Like, yeah, because it was very strange. It's like it had, the first one worked, and then the next. Did I have the next two? I think didn't. Or maybe no, I think actually two of them worked, and then the third one didn't. Which is just, it's so bizarre, because it's like, it's the same stuff. I don't know why it behaved the same every time. There's so many factors that could have affected it, though. It's like, so hard to know. But I was thinking of that, because I'm figuring if I have a bunch of extra resin, I could make another pen blank, too. I don't know that I'll have a bunch of extra resin, because these take, like, more resin. These always take more resin than I think they're going to take. Like, it just... I might film mixing up the resin a little bit. I feel like it's been a while since I've done that. Just a little bit of like some like B-roll footage almost. It's not B-roll, but it's, you know, a little bit of an extra footage, I guess. Okay. Yeah, I'm excited to make more videos. I should finish the video that there was a video that I was working on that has taken me so long to edit, which was part of the reason that it took so long for me to get a video out. I should really finish it. I'm almost done with it. But I mean, I've gotten 2 other videos like filmed and edited in the span of me working on that one. Now I need to figure out which video I want to do next, I think. Because I've got a few different projects, actually, that maybe I'll do a Patreon poll. Maybe I'll do a poll on Patreon and ask people there which project I should work on next. Or maybe I should just work on multiple projects at once and get everything filmed. I was thinking about some like resin tutorial type video ideas. So I mean, I could use some feedback, and also if people have ideas for things that they would like to see, whether it's like a specific sort of design or a specific technique, or, you know, there's something, material that people are interested in working with, you know, let me know You can let me know in the comments of this video if you're watching it later too. Because the two like video ideas I have at the moment are florals, or flowers and moss and leaves and things in resin, and also color theory for resin. And just how I approach color, I guess, also, and how I make cohesive color palettes for resin. It'd be all sorts of different things about color. Those are the two ideas for like tutorial type videos that I have at the moment. I have a couple of other projects that I want to work on. So I have like two other like bigger project videos that I want to make and film at some point. But I do want to do like another tutorial at some point. So if you guys have ideas for things you'd like to see, or let me know. Or if either of those ideas sound really interesting to you, either the color theory or the florals and resin. I was also debating making a video like about how useful it is to copy people's art, which sounds bad, but like there's something to be said about like following a tutorial or going, how did this person make this? I'm going to try and recreate what this person made, not to sell, but just to learn like what their process was and like try to figure out the techniques and stuff that they used. So I was debating doing a video about that as well. But that was a little bit less fleshed out on what I would actually talk about. I have a couple of ideas, but I don't have as much information that I want to talk about there. Oh, I did have someone. I have an idea. Another thing for videos. Someone wanted to know how I made some little skulls and birds that I posted photos of a little while back. They said they'd really like to see a video making the skulls and the birds. So maybe I'll try doing like a different format of a video. That's my thought. Do just a video where it's like straight up you're just like top down watching me pour things and I'm talking to you guys while working. It's just kind of like a stream, but it'd be a little bit more edited. And then also you guys would get to see how things turned out in the same video. So I was debating giving that a shot. Might do that sometime soon. I've got my last in-person event coming up at the beginning of June. So if I'm going to make some more little trinkets and things, it'd be good to do it before then. I've got quite a few things that are like made. I just need to put them together. Some like jewelry and things. I need to finish that. I worked on that a little bit the other day. Actually, I worked on that quite a bit the other day. It was a lot of time. I just still have a bunch of other stuff to still do. Okay, how's this looking? Let's see here. How streaky are we? Actually, we might be getting pretty good. Let me just scrape the sides and the bottom one last time and see if we have any streaks, and then I think we might be good. There's the side. Let me get the bottom one last time. Oh, I just realized that it's a little bit hard for you guys to see where I'm at. That's there. Look at it, so it's a little bit tall. Look it up a little bit more. Alright. Scrape off the stick. Do we have any swirliness? Maybe a little bit of swirliness. So that's what I'm checking when I'm mixing. Do I see any like swirls in the resin? I see a cat hair in the resin. Because that would mean if I can see like a where the light is like hitting a swirl, that means that it's part A and part B sitting next to each other and not actually mixed together. That's why I'm doing this. I think we're good. Alright. I think we're good. Alright. Let's see here. Maybe I'll move this off of the, once I actually get the resin on there, it's not too bad to pick those up. So I'm going to do that. And I can pour these one at a time. Alright. things so everybody could see. Alright, I'm going to pour a little bit of resin. Okay, there's that. I think I may have some extra resin, so that may get put into some random dice and the last one of these that's not for the commission. Or I could make a couple more. Although, we'll see how much this one takes. This one might take a bit. Actually, we're about halfway down. Like I said, these things take a lot of resin. They take a lot more resin than I think they're going to take, like, every time. I don't want to go so full that we don't have room for the background color, but I do want all the flowers to get coated, so let's move some of this stuff around. The unfortunate thing with some of these flowers is that they trap air underneath them so wonderfully. Let me see if I can grab this with my tweezers. I'm gonna try to dip it in some resin before putting it back down. I'm hoping that I can prevent some of the bubbles from being on the surface. So there we go. But especially these like big flowers like this, air loves to get trapped underneath them. That's one of the things with plants. Like, you know, I was talking about doing a thing about plants and flowers and stuff. That's one of the big things with those, or with these, I guess, is that air loves to get trapped in little crevices and things, and plants have a lot of little crevices and things. So, air loves to get trapped in the plants. I think this is going to be about the right amount of resin. I might even have more than I need here. Just want to make sure that everything gets covered. I will say, so I made a couple of these that were like pretty much completely there. I can tell with how easy it is to pull it up that there's so much air underneath this. That were like completely covered in the plants and the flowers. Like I didn't have a blank spot. Okay, I'm gonna put this back where it was. I'm just trying to get some resin on it. Uh-oh. That's a problem. Alright, we're gonna get my gloves dirty. You know, I might just add a few. That's fine. We'll leave that there. And we're gonna kind of pick these up and set them back down too. Actually, okay. Oh boy, messy is, yeah, messy. Messy. Resin, so messy. But that's part of the fun. I do like me some messy crafts. So let's see if we can squish that down. I'm going to add some of these like petals elsewhere to, it'll just tie in some of that purple color anyways. I think it'll be pretty. A few of the and they're kind of in the background, which I think will be good. Actually, this one up here is kind of pretty. just leave that one there. Let's get them coated. All right, let me just see if I can. Okay, let me wipe my hand off. All right, that's looking pretty good. Let me just make sure that I get this all along here. I'm going to spritz this down with a little bit of rubbing alcohol to get rid of some of the air. Just raising to the surface. Push everything down. Alright, that's looking good. Slide that back over into everything. Alright. Oh, here you can kind of see you see how that's so much darker? You see this corner right here where it's so much darker? That is the part that is covered in the resin. Here, I'll see if I can show you. You see? Like this, for some reason this gets so dark in the resin. This one might have a little bit too much resin, we'll see. Yeah, this one might have a little bit too much resin. I think it's a little bit too full. I'll take a little bit out of here. Again, I want to have enough space for the background color. We're tacking down the flowers more than anything. That's the main goal here. So we don't need a ton of resin, but it does just still take more than I expect every time. Alright. This one might be just set that there for a second while I get some of this resin moved around. There we go. Also, some of these are just so delicate, I don't want to break them as I'm trying to squish them. Alright, it's looking pretty good. Might still have a little bit too much resin. I'm just going to steal a little bit more. Alright. Alright, so let's get this one all spread out. This one seems like it's pretty okay. This one feels like there might be air under it. I don't want to break it though. Oh, actually that's not too bad. This one's not too bad. I feel like some of the flowers do better than others when it comes to actually getting like resin underneath them, the resin actually traveling past them. This one also feels like it might have a little bit too much resin. Just a tad though. Just a little bit. We'll just do a little bit back. Alright. I think that one's good. So we're done with that. Let's throw this guy on here as well. And get the cat now off there. Alright, so we do have extra resin. So let's pour onto our little leafy guy. He's just sitting over here waiting. He's just over here like, look at me. I'm a spot for spare resin. Okay. Might be about the right amount actually. I guess we'll find out. I don't know what background color I'm going to do for this. That's the real question. Do I go that dark color or really light color? I mean, one of the ones that I made was like an interference gold, so it's like white and then it like shimmers gold. And I will say that did look really pretty. That one looks really pretty. So I might do that for this one. And this is one that's might just end up like in my shop. My plan for like my shop stuff. So I mentioned a little bit earlier that my last in-person event is at the beginning of June. Because I want to have again my next video we'll talk about this more too. Oh, but I want to have more time for making YouTube videos. But my plan is that all the stuff that I have left over from in-person events, because I sell a lot of things at in-person events that I don't sell online, at least at the moment, just because it's a lot of work to list things online, and I didn't want to have to make all the listings and things, but I'm figuring once the in-person event, I'm done with those, I will list things online in my online shop. I'm thinking I might go in and kind of clean things up a bit anyways. And I might not release everything at once also. Because I've got enough like little things. I might do like, here's a jewelry drop. Or like, I'm just adding this specific kind of necklace to my shop. Or something like that. Just because I've got a lot of stuff. And a lot of little random things. So there might be like a trinket update. I got a bunch of trinkets. Okay. We've still got a little bit of resin left. We don't actually have a ton. I mean, I could make... let's just make some miscellaneous dice. I'm going to set these other ones into the pressure pot real quick. So I'm going to layer them by putting cups on top of it like this, and then setting, the next board on top of it. I think it's going to be easiest to set the board in there and then the thing. But we'll get this out of the way so that I don't have it in my workspace. The way you go. Alright. Cool. And then I can put another layer in with this guy. Maybe on my green tray here. And we'll do a few miscellaneous dice. I'm going to grab some things. D6s are always good. I think I might just do like I grabbed a D20, a D6, and a D10. I kind of just grabbed randomly. Actually, this is maybe enough for a D20. I might not even need the D10 and the D6. We'll see. I'm going to strip a bunch of colors in here and pour it into the mold. Seems like a fair plan. Let's see, what do we got? How about a nice, that's not, you know what? A nice green. Maybe a nice like teal color. I do a lot of green and teal. Let's do oranges actually. We'll do we'll do mum and we'll do petal. I like both of those. They're both kind of like orangey reds. And we'll do a carrot and a sunflower. So we'll go like orangey reds. And I'm probably gonna do white as well. But we'll do our dirty pour real quick with our leftover resin. Why not? My goodness, if I can get the lid off. Oh my gosh. There we go. I don't know that I like these child safety caps on the alcohol inks. It makes it very difficult to use them sometimes. Okay. You can see here, mum, the dark orange is mum, and the other one's petal, which is more of kind of a pinky tone. I like both of them. I think they're both really pretty. This. We'll do a yellow. Oops. And it's getting everywhere. And then I'm gonna add some white. I'm gonna try adding like a drop of white on each color, I think, if I can. Alright. We'll just do a D20. And there you can see, there's all of our colors in there. See what we get. I think this might end up really pretty, actually. Just based on the, what I'm seeing at the top here. Alright, let's pour the rest into a D6. You can kind of see the swirled colors. So this is why when I do dirty pours, I make extra, oops, I've missed. I got distracted trying to scrape up the thing. But this is why when I do dirty pours, I make extra resin, and I put extra resin in the cup, is because I don't want to have to scrape out the cup, because that can like mix the colors a lot, and I don't always want the colors to be super mixed when I'm doing a dirty pour. But in this case, we're just trying to get rid of extra resin, so like, you know, scraping out the cup, it's fine. Alright, there's a little enough in that I'm not too worried about. I could throw it into something, I suppose. I'll throw it into the bottom of this guy. A little skull here. And I think this is gonna do it. It's pretty quick and easy stream today because I wasn't mixing up a bunch of different colors. Let me get the lids on these guys, and then I'm gonna go get everything into the pressure pot and get that going. And I will probably call it, partially just because the pressure pot, the compressor for the pressure pot is quite loud. I'm also going to mess around with my settings a little bit more before the next stream. I don't know what's quite going on with that, because YouTube is mad at me for... I went and changed the bit rate because it was mad, and now it's mad about the keyframe frequency. I don't even know how to change the keyframe frequency in Streamlabs, so I'm going to have to go poke around some settings and things. But I appreciate you guys for hanging out. Like I said, if you have any ideas for tutorials and videos and things you'd like to see resin-wise, leave them in the comments, because I'm piecing together some ideas for some upcoming videos. But I'd like to get your guys' feedback. Hopefully, I will have a video out on Thursday with a new and interesting art project. So keep an eye out for that one. I had a lot of fun making the stuff that I make in that video. And then hopefully I'll be back next weekend. I don't know with what yet, but probably some sort of arts and crafts. I'll keep you guys updated on like the Discord, and I'll be sure to schedule things. So hopefully I will see you guys then. Have a good rest of your day. Bye bye.